Oh, okay. Well, I mean, that's impressive. Thank you for letting me know. Gosh, talking that whole time and nobody could hear me. I appreciate the one person who was hanging out and not saying anything. Thank you for looking at me. That's very fun. Well, maybe that's another sign from the universe that perhaps I should keep my idea minimal today. That's what I'm doing. That's what I'm feeling. I'm feeling a really chill evening. I've got a big thing coming out, a big thing happening. A new project, which isn't going to take the place of my other ones. Instead is going to be in place of what streaming once was for me. So, to sum it up, though, I'm going to be making a video game where a conversation determines what the game actually is. So I'm creating, it's a little exercise in branching dialogues and significant decisions from the player, trying to experiment with giving you a sense of agency in something as scripted as a video game. So that's what I'll be working on today. I'm not getting too far into all of that, maybe. I really want to redesign the stream elements for Twitch so that when I have that project all sorted, we'll be good to go. I can actually have like consistent branding and whatnot. But today, I've got Canva open. I'm just going to design a background for the stream, kind of like the starting soon one, where we have a little view of the world and conversations. In the conversation, the title is starting soon, all of that. Except it'll be for a game that I'm making. And I will do my best to remember to cut out some of the beginning part where nobody could hear me before I upload it to YouTube. Anyway, thank you for helping. Let's see here. We'll get set up over here with my other song that I wrote that I really like. Very relaxed, very chill. So if you're looking for that kind of thing, this might be a good space for it. I readjusted some levels. I don't know if they're good or not. I can't tell, generally. But I'll do my best. Alright, so we have an untitled design here in Canva. This is going to be the layout of the background for my streams. I'm going to use the We Are Gods imagery. So probably this isn't going to take very long, but if we go over here, we can pull this out immediately and have that as the background. Now, I don't know exactly what I want to do with this. We have some editing options here provided by Canva. Well, usually. Up there it is. Okay. Just a little slow today. That's just how it goes when you're doing a lot. So I was thinking maybe something a little lighter, something less aggressive, something less bold. We have dark and heavy, a little more whimsical. I'm thinking about going for that. That'd be a good way to have a background. Oh, I just realized, because nobody could hear me, you didn't even get to hear me say hello. I hope you're doing well. Thank you for existing and for being here. As I'm sure the past few moments can illustrate, life is a wild journey. You never really know what's going to happen. Just like me over the past couple days, when all of a sudden, I'm going to be making a video game now. So, there's that. Yeah, I think that's fine. We can leave it like that. So we're going to need the title. We're going to need a space for the chat box as well, because I like having that on these screens. I don't know. I don't think I have enough chatters for anybody to have a strong opinion about that particular thing, but I like having it, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. But now we have to figure out what kind of text we're going to use. I don't have a paid account to Canva. I don't have anything, really. But I do have at the very least, the capacity to use it. And so I have access to some of these things. This one just looks ridiculous. Insert some code here. That's what it feels like with writing a game. Insert some code here. Hopefully I'll be doing that well. I don't think any of these are good for what I'm looking for. I think I might just have to make my own. Man, that's actually, you know what would be good? And I don't know how to do this, but what would be good would be looking into the font options available for the game making software that I have. That I'm going to be using is Game Maker Studio 2. Is what I'll be using. So they had a deal a while ago on a perpetual license, and they actually update it, which is really nice. That's so very nice to have an offering like that. We're just going to add a heading to the center, put it in the middle of everything. I don't know what the title of the stream series is going to be, but I know it's going to have The Curator as the title. The game is going to be called The Curator. Which one of these looks like a curator? I don't even know. This one's always my favorite, of course. I don't know why. It's the most interesting thing is having a favorite something and trying to describe why it's your favorite. Yeah, we'll switch it to the same thing. I don't really want a serif font, I don't think. I feel like that's too much noise going on. A little too fancy, perhaps. Not really what I'm looking for. Always like the decorative font. But that looks intimidating. I probably could find ways to address that, but I don't know. I don't like that one as much today. Is anybody watching? I mean, you're represented by the number 2 currently. Or anyone watching have a favorite font? One that you might recommend I look at? I know, very exciting, very engaging content. It is for me anyway. I'm having fun. Lazy Dog, the Curator. Oh man, that would be funny. Could work. Lulu font seems pretty chill. Seems too young for the Curator, who's a transcendent consciousness entity. All of these I'd have to pay for. Copperplate Gothic? Could work, maybe. I don't know. I'm not convinced. Oh, this one's interesting. Very heavy. Of course, we're gonna put it in different colors, different effects, all sorts of stuff. For now, just looking for something that might work. Actually, which one was this? Oh, it was that one. Okay. Abstracted Dream. I mean, that's a pretty good title for a font. I like it. Accordion Black is pretty good. It's pretty jovial. It's got a fun energy to it. Acorn looks like I'm trying to tell a joke. I don't know why exactly, but that's what that looks like. Oh, this one looks funky. Nice. No, that one's good. Adorable. Yeah, no, that is pretty adorable. It reminds me of robots and toothpicks. If you put those together, a toothpick robot, that's what it looks like. Arrow Dragon? That's pretty good. Oh, I like that one. Arrow Flame. Oh yeah, that is definitely fancy. think I'm going to work with this one for now. I feel like that's a solid way to go. Feel free to let me know if you have an opinion. I guess, since I am planning on sharing this elsewhere, what are our options? We have the live chat, which is not entirely live. There are a few seconds between us. My friend says Aeroflame does look pretty good. Yeah, I'm kind of enjoying this so far. What do we have on YouTube? You have likes and comments and all sorts of fun stuff there. A couple more options. I do random things on Twitch randomly. Let's see. How big do we want to make this? What color do we want to make it? That's another question. Maybe we should look at the effects first. Shadow looks pretty cool. Lift is always a little fun. I don't like it as much. Hollow looks pretty wild. Splice is fun. I like that. I think I like that better than outline. Echo is really fun though. I do like Echo a lot. It's kind of up there with Shadow. The difference between Echo and Reverb, I guess. Similar thing, perhaps. That hurts my eyes, so I don't want that. I don't want that, and I definitely don't want that. So, check out Echo. Photo colors. There we go. That's a fancy color. The Curator. What color is the Curator in the Curator? What is their aura like? What is their energy? I feel like this probably stands out the most so far. So I like this a lot. I don't know what I would do for the background though. For the echo? Ooh. That reminds me of something that probably shouldn't be consumed. Fun to look at, but you should not put that in your mouth. No, that kind of hurts my eyes too. I mean, that's fun, I guess. I don't know. Maybe I'll just leave. I'll leave that at none. And we'll figure out what else we want to put on here. And where to place this too. I think I like at the center. The center's pretty good. The center of the center? No. I like this bounding box up here. That's pretty good. Yeah, that'll be a good one. I don't know if I like the color anymore though. I might just go into a new color, maybe in this range. We can try something a little less saturated, a little brighter. We can use that there. Go to effects. Try neon. Okay. Intensity. You can turn it up a little bit. We'll go over here and then we'll actually take this, duplicate it, and put it on top of itself. And then go to effects. Change it to lift. I don't know. I'm just messing around. Maybe outline, but it's really thin. Just to give it some definition with some lifting in the background. Maybe we change that color. That looks pretty ridiculous. We can find a better one. Yeah. That is technically something. I keep getting gold vibes from the curator, says my friend. Yeah, that's what I think too. Generally a golden character, I think. Okay, so these have to be bigger. 123, that's a good number. So we put this there, that there. We have the lift, we have the definition. We have the title. How should we title it, though? That's the next question. Now that we have a design to work with, we have to make sure that the design actually works. My friend said I like it. I like it, too. What if we added the word creating? Creating the curator. So that's what I'm doing, right? Making a game where the game is the conversation, and then you get a game based on the conversation to play. I don't know. Could be fun. I kind of like it. I still like the font, too. It looks so funky over here on my Streamlabs, I guess, preview before it goes live. It is looking kind of funky over there. It looks even weirder on my second monitor. My second monitor just looks awful, generally. But it looks, and I am so thankful for that. Okay. Creating the curator. That should be fine. Now, what else do we need on here? We need a... Let's see. Actually, I don't know exactly how I would do that since they're identical. So why don't we do this? We'll bring this down here. We'll put this back. And then we'll duplicate that layer. Now we put this here. Put this along the bottom. Oh, no, it's like, okay. Now it's being slightly weird. Oh, well. This is where we'll put what is happening. You know, why the screen, why we're looking at this currently. There are 3 things that I use. A starting soon, a I'll be back, and a goodbye. Just to give everybody time to unwind, to relax as they go on to their next adventure. So I think I'll start with the starting soon. The number changed from 2 to 3, so hello, welcome. I'm just preparing for the release of an idea which will lead to a release. I'm going to make a video game, and I'm getting ready for that, basically. Today it is designing Twitch stream elements. I have no training in any of that. But I have been doing this kind of thing for a while, so if you feel like hanging out with me, you are certainly welcome to. Feel free to let me know how your day's going. I would love to know. I had somebody ask on a stream recently, they were like, hey, can I ask you questions? And I was like, yes, of course. Of course you can. I'm not here just to talk in front of you, you know. You can do whatever you want. We're here to hang out. Okay, so now the question is, do I want to add any other elements to this? We'll figure that out as soon as I check one thing. Yeah, I could put that anywhere. I don't know. Can my friend put a comment in the chat right now? So I can see what that looks like on the stream. I haven't been looking over there. I've just been looking at the chat box. Okay. All right, so that's what that looks like. Okay, thank you. I appreciate that. That was very nice. Let's see here. I think maybe putting the chat in the center would be cool. Now I kind of want to add something dynamic to this space. Something animated, perhaps. So we can actually go over to elements and then just, I don't know. I don't know what elements we would want to put in here. Let's just put animated. We got charts, we got audio, we got graphics, videos, photos, frames. Frames, animated frames, interesting. That would be fun to play with. Let's see the graphics. See if anything's for free. These are little sparkly bits. That would be really fun, wouldn't it? To have little sparkly bits all over the screen, flashing, animating. I might be able to slow them down a bit. Maybe. Yeah, I think I do have a program that can do that, so I can slow them down a bit, make them match the vibe of the intro song, which I can play for you if you want. That's totally fine. We don't have to be looking at me looking at a menu. I can go to the be back soon screen, maybe even the goodbye screen, maybe even the hello screen. Hello, by the way. Thank you for existing. A lot of, well, actually, that would be a lot. A lot of sparkly things. Let's just click on one. Oh, look at that. How fancy. Creating the curator. Look, now that word is all sparkly. Man, sparkly words. We could put this to back and then forward one right in front of the background. Look at that. Little sparkles on the curator. I don't know, that's a thing we could do. Here's a mouth we could put on here for some reason. Look at that. I don't think I want to keep that, but, you know. It is nice to see it. It reminds me of an old website. Or maybe people are still doing that and I just don't know. Maybe this one could be fun. And put it behind starting soon. Doesn't make any sense. Actually, no, that's pretty fun. It's weird enough to be interesting without being too awful. I wouldn't say it's the best thing I've ever made. But it is fancy. We'll just throw a bunch of random stuff up here and then decide what we want. It's always nice to just hang out and check out the library. Because all this stuff you can just use it. The future. That's pretty cool. I like this butterfly. Maybe we'll put a butterfly in here somewhere. We could put anything on here, literally. Literally anything we want. Whatever this is, we could throw it on there. I don't have any expectations for the general vibe of the game that I'm going to make. The number changed from 3 to 4, so hello, welcome. I am preparing for a stream series where I make a video game that changes based on a conversation you have with an NPC known as the curator. The curator creates the video game for you, so it's a branching dialogue tree game. There are a few different game types that you could get, and those are customized based on the choices you make in the dialogue. So I did a ton of research and figured out that is a possible thing to do. So that's what I'll be going through. This next week I'll be reaching out to creators on YouTube to see if they'd be fine with my using their tutorials on stream. So it's going to be an adventure, creation, of learning. So if you're interested in any of that, well, you're welcome to hang out. You're always welcome here. I don't know what this is, but maybe we want some of this in here. I don't know. This is just ridiculous. That is so silly. All right, let's not do that. Let's do something else. Funky little dots. I mean, that's always fun. This person dancing. I do want this in here, actually. Just going to put this person dancing over here. They'll just be in the corner. Maybe this corner. This corner looks more like a dance floor. Yeah, we'll put them over there. This whole thing, I'm going to get rid of that. But now there's a person dancing. Because why not? You know, if you do have a reason why not, please let me know. Because I would love to hear it. That would be so cool to have a reason why not. My friend says, I really like graphics, the graphics you've added so far. Thank you. I like the little sparkly curator. I do. That's really fun. This guy dancing, a lot of fun too. Eyeballs. I mean, that could be good. Maybe not these eyeballs. That's the other thing. The game, during the dialogue, you know, you have options that you can choose. So I'm going to, given my experience as a GM creating a multiverse and hundreds of NPCs, I'm going to use a few different perspectives to create dialogue options. And the best part about it is the game is, and the conversation is going to be designed so that even if you do take the options that come from a place of dissonance, the message isn't, you know, you're bad for being upset or for having a hard time or anything. It puts a positive spin on just existing in any way that you can or have to. So it's all about the curator being a benevolent entity of creation. Oh, we got a rainbow here. I can put that in. I mean, that dominated the entire screen as soon as I put it in. I don't think we need that much. Maybe we'll put it at the bottom of the center. Starting soon. Instead of animating the text, we'll put a rainbow behind it. The guy dancing. I mean, this is just fun. We're just having a good time. I don't know what this potato is all about, but it's going in here too. It's going to go up here at a bit of an angle. There you go. Now there's a potato there. What else do they have here? Oh, they got flowers. Some magical flower with like little bits floating around it. That's pretty cool. This wibbly dark space. I don't know what that is. I feel like putting it in here for a second though. Ah, nice. Wibbly dark space. No, we'll get rid of that. I don't really want it. Gears turning. Now that might be good. I'm not taking the imagery too seriously. It's just whatever I feel like putting in there. But gears turning, definitely going to be a lot of that as I learn how to make a video game. I've made video games before, but this is going to be a whole new level of stuff. This would probably be good to have in there too, because I'm definitely going to have a brain crying on me every now and then. I anticipate that being the case. I think I have more hair than this guy does, but he'll be at the party too. He'll be right here. So there's a brain crying on a guy, another guy dancing, a potato, a rainbow, and sparkles. That sounds pretty good so far, actually. What are those? Oh, my friend says maybe you should put the rainbow in the rain. I think the rainbow would be too small at that point. But if I find another one I'll put it there. How about that? I think that would be good. This is kind of a rainbow, but it doesn't look as good. I'll see if there's another one. I'm sure there's probably at least 20 of them in here somewhere. I can always look up animated rainbows specifically. Oh, there's a raccoon. That, of course, has to go in. Maybe we'll put that floating up here. There we go. Yeah, absolutely ridiculous. I can tell that's a potato. Is that a dancing person in the little emojis that were sent a little bit ago? I can't tell. Everything's so small on my screen. Let's see. I'm sure there's about 1,000 other things we could throw in there. Yes, dancing potato. Well, that would be potato dancer, which actually sounds really cool too. I like that a lot. Oh, look, there's this guy. Oh, yeah, another mouth we could put on there. I don't think I'm going to go for another mouth on here. Maybe by the potato, but I would rather put this thing by the potato. A little dog over here. Man, can you believe it? I sat down, didn't even get myself water. I gotta find a rainbow too. These flowers are cool. No. Oh, here you go. Thank you for your patience. That's a good one. I definitely appreciate it. My friend says, no water? You should do something about that. You are absolutely correct. Yes. Absolutely correct about that. I think it would be good, actually, to, it's only been 37 minutes since I started, and I don't know if that counts since my microphone wasn't on. But, yeah. Why don't I show you my little song while I'm going to get something to drink. And then I'll be right back, and I'll take a look at this array of images that I've created, and we'll see how I feel about it after I take a break. How about that? Okay, I'll see you in a little bit. Thank you. I do really like this song. I want to listen to it. Maybe I should, hanging out with this dancing potato and this other dancing guy. It's pretty chill. I like it. I made this song on my phone. Okay. It was about to go wild in the song, but I want to do things again, so I'm going to do that. Anyway, hello again. Welcome back. I know that wasn't long. I know. But the thing that I don't know is the journey that you're on, the grand adventure of your life. Perhaps what was for me a brief moment was for you significantly profound. Anything could be the case. But you being represented by the number 4 at the moment, I hope whatever it is, your journey is right now, I hope it's nice. And I hope to add to it positively. I think honestly, this is fine as it is right here on the thing that I'm making. I think this is fine. I think this sums up the energy perfectly. And I think it's got plenty of room for the chat to be at the center. So what we're going to do is I guess duplicate this, change the message in the center. I'm going to move that up so we can access the background thing. Well, I guess we don't have to. We can change the position it's at, but still. What's a good way to say it? Be back soon. Be right back. Taking a break? That's all right. My friend says, I love that the raccoon is up by the curator. Yeah. The perfect position for our little buddy. I'll be back. I don't know. I like the energy of the phrase take a break, but the fact that it uses a command form makes me less likely to use it. My friend also says the Terminator says I'll be back, which is another thing that works and is good, but I can't use it without people thinking about a post-apocalyptic AI tragedy. Which I don't want to call to your mind when I have to use the bathroom. I don't think that's appropriate. So, be right back. I think that probably captures the energy the best out of everything. Be right back. There we go. We'll do that with this layer as well. We'll put them back together. I'm still liking the font, so that's good. All right, so we've got creating the curator. Be right back. Now, do we want the be right back screen to be different? Yeah, I think I like this enough to have it in there more than once. To keep it from being, just the beginning of the stream. My friend says, "Hey, glad I caught the stream. That's a sick image." Thanks. I'm really glad to have you here. By the way, hello. I hope you're doing well. Thank you for existing. I'm creating the stream elements for a new series that I'm doing where I'm making a video game. It's called The Curator. So I took the image that I put together for the content for We Are Gods, the TTRPG that I made. And I'm using that for The Curator to just keep up the theme, the branding and whatnot. You can see in the background, it is my background as well. I really like it. Actually, I guess I could just open this up some more. We don't really need that side of things. I'm just searching around here anyway. Okay, that should work. Just creating the screens right now for starting soon, be right back, and then the last one. Now we have to figure out what we want to say at the end. When we say starting soon, be right back. How do we say goodbye? Goodbye probably is a good option, honestly. I think I know what I'll say. Well, actually, no, that would be confusing. It's I really like saying "see you soon," but I feel like that. No, see you later. Yeah, I guess that works too. That's pretty good. That doesn't quite have, I don't know, the energy of that phrase as it is used doesn't quite align with the energy that I exude, I think. I think I would align more with a see you next time kind of thing. Probably because it has the word time in it, and time is ridiculous. Maybe. I don't know. Let's put it here. See you soon. And we have to keep it short, too, so it actually fits between the brain-crying guy and the dancing guy. So maybe see you next time wouldn't quite work. And I think, provided, and this is the purpose of today's stream is to do this, but, if I'm able to create consistent branding and consistent messaging, then it'll be pretty obvious when I haven't started yet, when I have started and I plan to come back, and when I've done the thing and I'm leaving. If I keep these as I keep it consistent, people will remember or pick up on it, especially when it's posted later on YouTube. You'll be able to look at how long it is, and you'll know which one means what. But I do also want to create a page that I can put on the stream that has all of my online stuff. Like where to find me, what I'm doing. So I might do that separately and then just call that up in Streamlabs whenever it becomes relevant. I think that would be, I feel like that would feel better just generally rather than having it posted there and just right in your face the whole time. I do want you to know where to find the gravity of gravity. But at the same time, do I need to put it on these screens? I don't think I do, actually. I think I need to make a new one. We're going to duplicate this, but this one's going to have different stuff on it, so we'll have to clear this out. I think I might keep the dancing guy and the potato and the brain crying guy. Maybe I'll put the raccoon somewhere else, but we're going to have some information here at the center instead. So we're going to try something a little different this time. We're going to go for shapes. Not animated shapes, even though you do have those. No, I just want shapes. What kind of shape is good? See, this is going back to having favorites of things. Does anybody watching have a favorite shape? If so, please let me know what it is. I would love to hear all about it. I really like circles, personally. I think they're hilarious. This is kind of like a circle. I don't really need a circle, though. What I need is... maybe this one, just because this one's pretty cool, too. My friend says, my favorite shape is a heart. Not sure why. I've just always felt drawn to it. Hearts are pretty good. I was playing Balatro the other day, and I won by min-maxing for hearts. It can be very useful in a game like that. Alright, so this is an idea. I think we can bring both the raccoons and the sparkles into the next one. But the sparkles are going to be around the raccoon. So the raccoon's going to go up here. The sparkles, we'll copy those, throw them down here. They're going to go around the raccoon, just up in the corner. Behind the raccoon. There we go. Perfect. Now the only thing we're missing is the rainbow, which I guess I could add on here, but we'll see. So this is an idea for a shape. I mean, it's pretty cool. I like it. I like how it's going. Let's see what we want to put on it. So we're going to have a title. That is way too big. So I'm going to get rid of that. We're going to start with a subheading instead. We'll do that. The subheading will be... Well, I have to figure out what the stuff is going to be, so I can summarize it in only a few words. Add a little body of text. Why don't we do that? So, we have things that we need. We need patreon.com/Darian Thomas. We need that. We also have Instagram as well. And I'm going to have to put Twitch on here too because it's going on YouTube. So you all are here currently, but you all aren't, I guess. That's how you say that, right? I'm confident you can determine which you all you are. So that is twitch.tv/musical mercenary. That's how you find me there. And then on YouTube, I have no idea. I need to look into this because I told my friend about my YouTube channel and he struggled to find it. Nope. Perfect. I just jump scared myself with my own voice. Oh man, that is so silly. But going back to liking hearts, saying not sure why, I've just always felt drawn to it. I always think that's really cool. Like having an opinion like that, having a preference. Sometimes they're so hard to describe, and sometimes they aren't at all. In fact, they're very easy to describe. Maybe we'll do something like this. Okay, there we go. I love inviting people to explain their opinions to me. You get to see in the way they present them how passionate they are about the things that they choose to believe. They choose to build within their mind, the things that make sense to them. It's always fun. My friend says, like how I dislike polka dots because I fell on a cactus while wearing a polka dot dress as a kid. Yes, that's another good example. I feel like we have a lot of things like that, and most of them we don't yet realize. Well, that's just kind of how it goes. Add a subheading. What do you even put here? The stuff? Yeah, I guess the stuff I talk about. That is really what it is. That's how I intend to introduce it whenever I go to the screen. This is the stuff I talk about. Like Patreon, Twitch, YouTube. I guess Instagram is also a thing. I could put Instagram on here. I'm trying to use it more often because a lot of the people I've met along the way are there. I always, I don't know. Well, what's a good word for that? It's like mourning the loss of something within reach. I'm not sure how I would describe that in a single word, but you just fall out of touch with people over time. Here we go. I'm just looking. I don't even know what my link is to Instagram. Okay, here we go. I got it. Okay. Well, obviously, we're going to have to get rid of this part. Yeah, unfortunately, I didn't have any sort of experience or training with consistent branding when the internet was born. So I have like slightly different things for everything, basically. Well, yeah, that's just how it goes. Do you think I should put my SoundCloud on there too? Because I got a lot of cool music up there that maybe I'll talk about. Yeah, let me look into that. I don't know if you all watching have seen my SoundCloud before. It was featured in one of my just scared myself again. Jump scare with the autoplay. Oh man. But anyway, I forgot what I was saying. That's a mess. Featured in a stream that I did. One of my, I think the first Audio Alchemy stream. I did that. My friend said SoundCloud would be great. Well, thank you. Thank you, Joe, I guess. Joe Schmobro. That's such a fun name. I love that. Thank you for the confirmation. I'm definitely putting that on here now. Especially now that I know for some reason it jump scares me. Okay, here we go. See, it's all very similar. You know, we have soundcloud.com/the musical merc, Instagram.com/the musical mercenary, Twitch.tv/musical mercenary. Yeah, it's all inconsistent. I've tried fixing it, but as it turns out, these ideas are very popular. So I get the sense that somewhere out there, somebody else had a similar idea and also ended up with the same problem. Probably, you know what? I wouldn't be surprised if I caused a massive issue where a whole demographic of people can't have consistent handles because I don't. That's such a funny idea to think about. No, I think the stuff I talk about is a good title. I like that. I talk about this stuff all the time. Like how I got the book that I'm writing on Patreon, the streams that I'm doing on Twitch, the videos I'm posting on YouTube. Not doing much with Instagram, but SoundCloud, every now and then I put a song up there. I'm actually going to be putting, here we go. The music that I come up with for the game that I'm going to make. I'm going to be putting that on SoundCloud as well. So that's where that's going to go. I'm pretty excited. It's going to be a lot of content to put together, but it's going to be worth it. This is kind of flat, I guess. It feels unnatural. It feels uncomfortable. I don't like that. Let's try to fix this. Red is okay. That's okay. Gradients. Ooh, that looks like it comes out of a website with very basic CSS. I should know. I've used this exact thing in CSS on a very basic website. Oh yeah, I also know how to make websites. I can make them dynamic too, and make a single web page capable of conforming to different dimensions on multiple devices. I know how to do that as well. So many skills that I've picked up along the way. No, I just want a solid color. I want to end up in here somewhere, I think. More saturated. Maybe a lighter. A little darker, maybe. I'm looking at it in the Streamlabs right now. I kind of like this, actually. What we can do is make this a little tighter, too. We don't have to, but it is something we can do. There we go. The stuff I talk about. Now, I've got a question for you, those watching and able to comment. Can you read this? It's going to be bigger in the final stream. This is probably going to be about maybe a little smaller than that. Yeah. Maybe about this big. Yeah, you could totally read that. That's fine. I don't want to make it too fancy. I want to make it legible. I feel like this is a good font for readability. I think maybe what we could do is actually go in to spacing. Play around with that a little bit. Space them out a bit. Maybe that looks good. I want to put this here instead. We'll do some letter spacing with that as well. Make it just slightly bigger than the beginning. Stuff I talk about. And we'll zoom out. Take a look at it. That looks good enough to me. I like the sparkly raccoon, the guy dancing, the brain crying guy. I like that a lot. The dancing potato. That's pretty good. Absolutely ridiculous, but that's exactly what I was going for. So I think it works out. All right, so we have our starting soon. We have our be right back. We have our see you soon, which is different from starting soon. I hesitate. I feel as if it isn't clear enough. If you know me, then you know. But random people on the internet don't necessarily know me. And are unable to significantly. Well, no, everything's significant. I take that back. You are significant. Yeah, no, I think this is good. I did say I was going to find a rainbow for the crying guy, but I really feel a deep sense of resonance with this situation. I don't think it's even his brain that's crying. It's somebody else's brain that's floating above his head and crying on him. Which I just relate to that a lot, I guess. I guess that's what I'm saying. Society and its many, many layered traumas just crying on me as I'm hanging out with a raccoon and a potato, I guess. I don't know. I don't know if there's anything to get from all of this. It's just random stuff I put together. I kind of want... Oh yeah, I'm going to need that. So what if we, for this one, we put the chat over on the side. The dancing potato goes up a bit, and the crying guy just kind of hangs out there. So we can put the chat box right in here, so that people can still see themselves, I guess. You know, in a stream, when your chat goes on the screen, that's pretty much a little mirror for you. A little bit of visibility, a little bit of representation. The symbols that you've collected to represent you on the internet are recognized and cited for their contribution to the conversation. In other words, your message. So I like having that there. But you know what? This is ridiculous enough to be good enough for me. So I'm going to go ahead and export each of these. So we go share, download. I'm going to go for a GIF. All pages. I can't download the pages as separate files because I have to pay for that. So instead, I'm going to download the pages as separate files. Which is weird. I guess that's kind of the thing. If you want to make money, you gotta make some things cost money. I don't know. I'm not very good at that, personally. Evidenced by the fact that I think only concept art for my book is behind the paywall on Patreon. You can get everything else for free, too. I made a 70-page game manual that you can get for free. Fillable PDF character sheets. 3 chapters of a novel. I'm almost done with chapter 4. That's going to be going up there soon. You can get all that for free. You sign up as a member. You don't even have to pay for it. And, you know, I do want to recognize that that isn't simply free. It is information that you're trading for entertainment, I guess. I hope it's entertaining anyway. It seems like streaming and downloading are difficult things to do at the same time. So, I don't know. I really like the song in the background. It's very relaxing. You know, now that I think about it, I don't think it's actually on SoundCloud, so maybe I'll do that too. That seems to be taking a while, so... I don't know, you want to see the program that I'm going to use to make the branching dialogue tree? I have it open. That's what I was going to do today. It's right over here. It's called Crochet. It's pretty cool too. You can go in here. Look, it's done. It downloaded. You can go in here anyway. Set up variables, create dialogue. It's basically creating a certain type of file, a yarn file, which I'll then import into GameMaker Studio 2, and have them communicate with each other through Chatterbox to display the text and to react and to update variables and all of that stuff. So that's what I'm going to do. I have the outline and notes as well, but that one downloaded, so I think we're good on that. Which one was that? The current page, yeah. So we're on page 2. Go over to GIF and download. Now let me know if the song in the background ever gets old. It never does for me, but I wrote it, so I have a different view of it, I think. I've listened to every note of it at least 100 times, probably. Yeah, tried to put that together. That's another thing. Part of making this video game is going to be writing music for it, too. So I'll be streaming that whole process. So I'll be learning code. I'll be practicing writing. I'll be using my lifetime of skills to try to put something cool together and sharing it with you, sharing the journey, not just the end result. Many times in my life, I've heard people say, all you ever see is the finished product. I always wondered why. So, I mean, here I am doing that to see how it goes, I guess, right? Just putting it out there, trying to exist, trying to make spaces where we can relax, have conversations, play around with dancing potatoes, You know, that whole thing. You know how it goes. Ah, man. Yeah, this is pretty fun. I was going to stream yesterday, but I decided against that because I really wasn't feeling it, which was my own fault. I decided to try out some wine yesterday, well, the day before yesterday. And overall, it was good. So I was a bit tired the next day. And I didn't feel like it. I didn't feel like it today either, but I wanted to at least be here. Play around with my levels, you know, if I couldn't put together a good experience for a few people, then at least I could prepare for the next one. Take the next step. Figure out what comes next. Oh, there goes another one. Downloaded. Now we have to download page 3. Then we'll have one more. One more to download, and then we'll be done with that part. I'm not entirely sure how I would edit Streamlabs while using it, so I guess I'll have to do that part myself. Let me know if you want to see how that goes. I might be able to record it anyway. I'm not sure anybody would be especially interested. Did I download the last one as a GIF or a video? I don't even remember anymore. I can check though. It was an MP4 that I downloaded. Oh, now they're going to be out of order. Let me see. 1. Curator 1, the Curator 1. This is 3. So let's go to page 3. Download it as a GIF. Sorry about that. MP4s are great. That's not what I'm going for right now. I figured out through some experimentation how to get Streamlabs to struggle less with all of the stuff that I've been putting in there. As it turns out, the settings that I had selected or didn't select were running all of the files constantly. So I had to tell it to stop doing that. So all of my scenes were performing constantly. I was just bouncing between them whenever I needed to. But we don't need that, you know. As soon as I start a break or say goodbye or, you know, as soon as I say hello, why not start at the beginning of the song? Who knows how long it'll take. Of course, if my saying goodbye and the breaks that I take aren't very long, you'll end up hearing the first few seconds of the song every time. Or maybe I'll swap it out for another one. I don't know. You'll have to let me know what you think. If you like the menu song. Oh, maybe I'll use it in the game. That'd be cool. Maybe I could use this song that's playing right now for the background during the conversation with the curator. Even better, maybe I could ask the player what they want to listen to. Describe the songs in dialogue. Change variables based on their response. Execute commands to update the track that's looping. What do you think of the music? The sound of this place? And if you don't like it, then you can say you don't like it, and then it changes. All right. So there we go. We got another one downloaded. 1, 2, 3. Now it's just time for the final one. All pages. No. Current page. And we're doing a GIF, not an MP4 video. There we go. But yeah, I'm really excited for the game. Oh, my friend says I've been enjoying the music in your stream. It's chill. It is, and I'm so glad to hear that. I'm glad you've been enjoying it. It's a song that I wrote quite a while ago, actually. It was when I was in college. I studied music in college, so this is part of the stuff that I was getting my degree in. And I really needed the space to relax, but music is always, well, music that's in your face is always in your face. General sentiment seems to be very fond of graphic songs, like very bold colors, but sound. Kind of like this background we have here. The one that we're exporting. But I really needed a place to relax, and I didn't want to make hyper-aggressive music. I did that once, and I didn't feel compelled to do it again after that. So a lot of my music ends up being very chill. My friend says, yeah, that background would be really loud as sound. I feel like it'd be at least 2 or 3 songs going on at the same time. You know, it wouldn't just be one song. Yeah, at least 2 or 3. I feel like they'd be in complementary keys and modes, but I'm not entirely sure how that would play out. There'd be a lot of 16th notes. I know that much. So many 16th notes. Which I guess isn't too bad in 6/8, but I'm definitely getting a 4/4 from this background here. Alright, so all of those are downloaded. I've got the starting soon, the be right back, and the see you soon, as well as the stuff I talk about. That should be good for that. And then I can still use this music. I can basically copy this template. I guess as a template? Something that I designed, so I don't know. It always feels weird saying that I've designed a template, but I have done that many times in my life. Oh man, I love this sparkly raccoon. This is so good. Yeah. No, this is good. I think this captures the energy. And in case you weren't here for the explanation, I'm going to make a video game. I have everything I need to be able to do so. The only thing is to do it. So I'm going to make it happen. Anybody want to see the outline that I have? I can tell you a bit more about it. I do have a very important step before I can get started with some of it, and that is reaching out to those creators on YouTube to make sure that I can use their tutorials in my stream. Make sure they're okay with that. Because there's no way I'm going to be able to do all this without tutorials. It'll be cool. It'll be a cool thing. All right. My friend says, yeah. All right. Let's look at this page. I have a dialogue system tutorial that I used to figure out the program that I needed. But it is a project of multiple projects. So it begins with a conversation that customizes the game, which is why I needed the dialogue system. I have created another system for dialogue. I've done that before, but it wasn't good enough. It wasn't extensive enough. It didn't scale well. So I figured this out yesterday. The day before yesterday, I had no idea how to make a dialogue system. But today, not only do I know how, I also have all of the pieces in place to be able to do it. Which is incredible. But anyway, the conversation customizes the game. Now, when I say that, I don't mean like you're gonna ask, or you're gonna answer questions like, do you want it to be difficult? My friend says, man, is there anything you can't do? Yes, there are things. One of those things is playing brass instruments. I can't do that. To be fair, I haven't fully gotten a chance yet. I tried once, but the only thing I managed to make was a very loud fart sound that attracted neighbors to the window to see if I was okay. It was a mess. So yeah, that's something that I can't do, but that's only because I haven't really given it a full try yet. Yeah, that was hilarious. I loved that day. Anyway, so the conversation isn't just like, do you want to play this? Do you want to do that? Do you want it like this? It's actually asking questions about your experience of life, of your relationship with existence, and your thoughts on our shared reality. So the conversation doesn't actually talk about game mechanics specifically, but based on how you engage with the curator gets an idea of what kind of game you would like to play. It's framed in the meta multiverse, where you have transcended and come to this space. So the curator is introducing you and welcoming you to this new meta multiversal space. From there, the curator's like, I can give you another experience. I can give you a new life. Not nearly as involved as the one that you brought with you. But then you start asking questions like, I don't know, the euphoria of physical reality. You know, how do you feel about that? You know, questions about, the universe, which could lead to whether you play a platformer, an asteroids game, an action RPG, or a farming sim. These are all game types that I have found tutorials for. So they're not going to be like super massive standalone games or anything, but they are going to be incredibly diverse. So each one of these is going to have different qualities for your universe that you go into, based on, my friend says, how do you feel about the euphoria of physical reality? Just your average small talk. Well, yeah, I mean, yeah, that is my average small talk. My friend actually laughed at something that I said earlier today. He said, he started laughing, and I was like, what are you laughing at? He was like, just your typical Darien response. And I was like, oh, my other friend says that all the time. I'm still not sure what it means, but maybe somebody can help me figure that out. But yeah, each of these is going to have like a different story, a different aesthetic, a different level of difficulty, different game features based on the conversation that customizes it. So as you're having a conversation about these big ideas, how they translate to the small ideas of your preferred reality, all of that's going to be happening in the background. So that's what I'm going to be doing on the stream, is sharing that process. It's going to be like writing the dialogue is going to be on there, making the games, following the tutorials, all of that stuff. We're going to be doing that on the stream, provided I can get permission and confirmation from the tutorial creators. And I'll keep you updated on that. In any case, we're going to get started with it very soon. We're going to start with the dialogue pretty much as soon as I want to, which will probably be Monday, I'm thinking. But life has been very challenging recently, so I'm not sure how, I'm not going to commit to any timeline. But if you're followed here on Twitch and you have your notifications active, you'll know when I'm doing things. If you want to follow me on Instagram, I sometimes announce things there as well. But getting the notifications on Twitch is the best way to do it. But of course, if you miss a stream, they all go on YouTube, so going there is a great way. By the way, I don't know how the game is going to end. That's why I put custom closing conversation based on player actions, ? Which I also know how to do. So I studied today as well to understand how to bridge the gap between the yarn file and the GameMaker code, to be able to not constantly poll variables, but to listen for specific commands to trigger variable collection, basically. So I can do that both ways as far as I understand it. And then within GameMaker itself, so we can communicate between the two. And we'll learn more about that as we go along, because I haven't fully done it yet. General vibe. I have a section here that I'm probably never going to fill out because it's really just a prompt to talk about it. The general vibe is like, I think the message is going to be congratulations on existing. Thank you for doing so. What did you think? What do you think of it? What is existing like for you? Welcome to this space of infinite potential. And the curator during the conversation is not going to be judgmental, not going to be critical, not going to be negative or inspire dissonance. Maybe a little bit of reflection shows something that is uncomfortable, but it isn't presented as a bad thing. Dissonance is necessary to attain certain results, not necessarily fundamentally, but in certain processes, dissonance is necessary. So the general vibe is going to be one of benevolence, one of kindness and support. And in the end, you get your own custom reality where you can play around. And it's one of these games, a platformer, an asteroids game, an action RPG, or a farming sim. Customization opportunities. Now, I've been brainstorming these. I'm going to do more as the game progresses, but for all of them, I've decided that collectibles is a thing. So if you enjoy collecting things, that's optional feature of the game. Difficulty is going to be based on the things that you say as well. Music, you can choose what kind of music you like. You can also choose the colors. I'm pretty sure I know how to do that. I made the beginning of an action RPG that had character customization options, and colors was one of the things that you could choose. So I've done that before, so I'm pretty sure I can make that work. But it's going to be a pretty long process. So all of them are going to have these options, probably more as well. And then the individual games are probably going to have their own options as well. Like as the conversation progresses and it becomes more obvious or more evident to the curator which kind of game you would enjoy the most, we're able to then focus the conversation to learn more about the specific mechanics of that universe that you would like to engage with. So like in an action RPG, for example, the economy, buying things, because I'm going to set up a store as well. I'm going to make that. But an action RPG, do you even want money to be part of it? How do you feel about the capitalist paradigm is basically going to be the question. And if you're tired of it, then you don't have to worry. Money is not a problem. But if you like it, then you can grind for cash by cutting down bushes, I guess, right? That's how it works. And then, of course, in a classic Darien move, I have ending at the end of my notes. I think that's going to stay like that for a long time, actually, now that I think about it. Ending? I don't know. But that's an overview. That's what the thing's going to look like. And this is going to be an intro to the stream. That mixed with this song over here, which I'll play real quick. Such a fun little sound. I don't think I ever told you the story of when I made this song. I was at a place called The Vagabond. It's a speakeasy in Richmond. I was there a while ago, many years ago now, and well, I was hired as a sound tech to investigate a problem with their sound system. I narrowed down the problem to a part that someone with experience tearing open walls would have to replace. But I helped them with that. They were like, hey, why don't you have anything you want from the kitchen and the bar, whatever you want, you can have it. So I got to hang out in the speakeasy, having incredible drinks, while I made this song. It was so nice. And now I get to use it in spaces like this, the one that I'm inventing as I go along. The one that I hope you're enjoying. I do like this song. It is on SoundCloud, and the reverse version. Yeah, I could listen to that for a while too. I'll have to put that in the song as well. Oh, maybe we could have like a binary option for that branch of the tree, where you could have it playing forward or playing in reverse. That'd be cool. That'd be cool to have. Has anybody ever seen crochet before? I just learned about it yesterday, but it's really cool. You can do things like, I have crocheted. Yeah, it's not quite like that. It's very similar though, I imagine. But you can start off with things like variable equals something. You can put that in there, and then you can have like person says hello. They're saying that. They says hello, which is a strange thing to say. And then we can have other person, well, other underscore person maybe. That's a weird thing to say. And then we could have jump to, I think this is how it is, jump to goodbye. How about that? There we go. To goodbye. Okay, so you don't need jump to, you just need jump. All right, that's good. Not jump, enter goodbye, not jump goodbye, jump space goodbye. There we go. So you can do that. We can take this, we'll delete it, yeah. I'm not going to save any of this, but this is basically how it works. You can have dialogue in here, which you can send to the send to Game Maker so it can read and present that information. I have a tutorial that set it up really quickly, so I'm going to try to look at that next time. Try to set that up and get that working in Game Maker, so I at least have like proof that I can do something. There's a lot of I need to read the documentation for Crochet and Chatterbox as well. I'll probably do that maybe Sunday, I guess. I don't know. We'll figure it out. I'll do it soon. That we'll be ready to do this kind of thing. But you can have different dialogue options which jump to different things, and then you can have them merge again, or maybe go off into even more different things. And it's got this visual design here, which should help with putting together the file. The alternative is learning how to write yarn files from scratch, which I don't want to add to the pile, so I'm not going to. Oh, apparently that just did that. Okay, anyway, I'll figure out what that's all about. Yeah, so with this document, this program, these images, and Game Maker Studio 2, we're going to create the Curator. A game that is a game that listens to you, that reacts to the things you believe in, the things you say. It shows you that optimism is always possible. And in the end, you have a fun game made just for you. I am definitely going to code it so that you can... No. Actually, I should do that, shouldn't I? Yeah, I'll figure that out. I was just thinking, yeah, I could code it so that you can skip through dialogue, like just press the button instantly, basically. But then I remembered times in my life where I did that by accident, and I really did not like that I did that and had to start all over. So I think what I'll do is maybe set up a system where you have to alternate between two buttons to trigger things. Maybe. I do know how to do that. But we'll see. Maybe I'll just keep it one button. Set an alarm or something. Make sure you don't do it too quickly. My friend says, I just figured out what seemed off. Titles don't usually have the smaller words capitalized, but it makes sense. Yeah, for this, like this one right here, right? Yeah. Yeah, it is. I thought about that too, because usually, you know, A sometimes, at, you know, small prepositions and stuff, they usually don't get capitalized. But this is like a proper noun, basically. This is a title of someone, the curator. It's the title of the game, too. And I thought about, for a second, setting the curator in an italic font, but this font doesn't have that option. I also thought about putting the sparkles behind the curator and not just curator. But I really like how curator is sparkly, so I decided against that as well. So yeah, that is the title of the game, The Curator. So yeah, that does seem very strange. I think knowing that that is intentional and knowing why it happened makes it a lot easier for it to feel more natural. But initially, yeah, convention definitely says that that should be a little off. All right. I feel like I'm forgetting something, as always. I feel like there was something else I wanted to do or say today. But no, I think I'm good, actually. I gotta go draft those messages, find out ways to contact people, get stuff ready for the next time I stream, when we start creating the curator. I'll keep you updated. I don't have 50 followers, and I haven't been streaming much recently, so I don't qualify for affiliate status, which means that I don't have access to little shorts that you can make to talk directly with your community here. So until that happens, I guess good luck to all of us for figuring out when the next stream is. I guess that's that then, right? Good luck to us all. But thank you for being here, for existing. I'm so very grateful that we coincide. I didn't promise to play a song for you today, so I'm not going to be back randomly like I was last time. I'll just... I don't know. Thank you for existing. I look forward to our next conversation. Goodbye.